Hey guys, welcome to Mini Metro. We're going to be playing on the London map, and I'm going to be trying to beat my high score of 1886. I'd love to get over 2000 on the London map. And as we go through, I'm going to be giving you some tips and strategies on how to improve your high score. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to link these together. I'm assuming you know how to play the basic game. We're going to get the clock speeded up, so we'll go to 2 times speed. Right, now, what you do in the early part of the game, and when I say the early part of the game, I mean up to probably about 20 stations. Kind of doesn't matter a whole lot. You want to keep your lines down to, maybe 5 or 6 stations each, something like that. And you want to try and include on each line one of each symbol: square, triangle, and circle. Pretty easy. We've got a thing going on here. Let's put in another line like this. Now you will notice that I am putting in circles. Why am I putting in circles? Why am I not putting in just like end-to-end tracks? And the answer is that, mathematically speaking, circles are much better than end-to-end tracks. You get about 25% better efficiency. Okay, that's a bit of a nightmare down there. Okay, week 2. We get an extra locomotive. What are we going to take? Well, on the London map, I always advise get a couple of extra tunnels. I'm just going to take 2 extra tunnels, so I've got a total of 5 I should have. What are we going to do down here? What are we going to do down here? We're going to redraw. Like, don't be afraid to redraw your lines, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and pick a central point, and then draw my circles off that central point. And you'll see as we approach the mid-game, why I'm doing that. So the problem we've got is this: we've only got 1 square. So I'm going to use that. Right? Am I going to use that? I'm going to use that as a central point, I think. Like that. And then, yeah, we can only really do that. That's kind of all we can do at the moment. So. But at least that's balanced. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stations on there and 4 stations on here, and of course then it throws us a curveball. And look, it's like 4 triangles all together. The game does this to you, and trying to get around this is, that's what the game's all about. And so we've got circles together over here, triangles together over here, 3 circles over here, and we've still only got 1 square. We desperately need another square. As we approach the mid-game, I'll pick a central spot, and I'll tell you all about hubs and interchanges and how you deal with the special symbols and all that kind of stuff. We'll hook that up to there for now. Really, you need to get up to like something around 20 stations, and then you'll have an idea of how... Oh, we've got a square over here. Thank the Lord. Okay. For now, I'm just going to put in a 3rd line. Week 3. Well, we get an extra locomotive. Now, do I take a line or tunnels? I've already got enough tunnels, so I'm going to take an extra line. I'm going to put in an extra line up here. Oh, this circle's just changed to a unique symbol. Now, when you get a unique symbol, the squares, the triangles, the circles are not unique. You'll get loads of those. But these shapes, like weird shapes like this, you'll only get 1 of those. And... oh, we've got problems up here. So for now, I think what we're going to do, we're going to solve that by putting an extra train on here. Now, when you add an extra train to a track, you can orient it by putting it like close to. So if I want it to go in that direction, if I put it close to this station, it'll point towards that station and it'll go in that direction. If I wanted it to go in the other direction, if I put it that side, right, then it'll go in that direction. And the same if I put it close to this, it'll go in that direction. Okay. So I think we'll get it going that way. Yeah, I think we'll get it going that way. Speed that up again. Right, so we just got a circle that appeared right on that line. That was kind of handy. What we're going to do is we're going to pick a central spot, and then we're going to have all of our circles coming off that central spot like the petals of a flower. That is the idea. But you kind of need to see like how your map is shaping up with your symbols before you can kind of pick that central spot. And the problem with the London map is that it tends to be centered around this area. And then you've got all kinds of issues with tunnels, which is a bit of a problem. Okay. Yeah, we're... See, like, week 4, another locomotive. What am I going to say? Oh, interchange. Ah, now I can tell you about interchanges. So, right, let's take the interchange. Let's pause this for a sec. And we're going to redesign our network based around an interchange. And I'm going to explain why you want to use interchanges and what they do and why they're good. Let's get rid of that one, and we'll get rid of this one as well. Boom, 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 boom. Right, now, the problem with, like, this is probably the center of this cluster of symbols. But the problem with using that one is that, like, everything's going to be going through the river and creating a load of tunnels, and we don't want to have to use millions of tunnels. So I think we're probably going to use this one as our center. So then you want to try and divide them up so that you've always got a triangle and a square on a line. So we could have a line going round there, for example, and then we could have another line going, there's a square, there's a triangle, boom, cool. Then we could have another line maybe going square, and then pick up these circles, and then a final line. Now it's going to have to go down to there, and then it's going to have to go all across there, and then probably there and there. Okay, so you see it's circles coming off a central point like the petals of a flower. And of course, as soon as you pick a central spot, it throws you a curveball, and you're thinking, oh, I really should have picked that as my center spot. And like I am thinking now, I've kind of got to move to that as a center spot, which is going to make things kind of interesting, because I'm going to have to extend that up there. So, yeah, we're going to have to come into this one, I think. And, I'm going to have to do this one first. That's going to have to go straight into there, and then the blue is going to have to go up there and there. Okay. Right. Yeah, this blue line doesn't really need to go through there. It can go straight up there. That'll do. Awesome. So what you're trying to do, you're trying to balance the number of stations on each line. You're trying to balance the symbols that are on each line. Now, if you get problems like this, although, yeah, that one, that's not going to solve the problem. Then you're going to need to add extra trains to a line. Now, it's not a permanent thing. You can change it around, and when you add the trains, you can change the alignment of them by pointing at a particular station, like that. So if I go over there, it'll point towards that station. So I think we want to be going in that direction, like that. Cool. Whew, man. Okay, we've got another unique symbol popped up over here, which is kind of not very helpful. We're going to have to do that. But what it means is, like, if we take, where's a unique symbol? Okay, this unique symbol. We will have, there's one, right? That shape there, that passenger is trying to get to that station. So he's going to have to go through the central hub, but he's only going to have to make one change because all of our train lines are connected at that central point. So he's just going to have to go to that point, then change train and get onto here. Okay, but that means we're going to be dumping all of our unique symbols onto this one train station. Well, that's going to be a huge problem, isn't it? Well, that's where interchanges come in. The interchanges have two effects. One, they increase the speed of loading and unloading by 4 times. So passengers get on and off the trains 4 times faster. But they also increase the amount of passengers that can be at the station before they trigger this grey game over timer, right? So if we put that there, you'll see, and you see it becomes a bigger symbol so that you can see it's an interchange. This, I think, we're going to have to, the problem with picking up, I think we're going to have to put it on the blue line like that. Because if we hook that down there, we'd then have 1, 2, 3, 4 circles in a row. I mean, that's what you're trying to avoid as much as possible. Right, we're only up to like 340 passengers. It's still very early days. Now we've got another square over here, but of course it's right next to this one, which doesn't help us. Right, week 5, we get another locomotive What do we want? Do we want a carriage? Carriages are really, really useful, no question about it. But I think we're going to go for an extra line because we really need to kind of help balance this out a bit. Because this blue line, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stations on that blue line. The problem is, oh, you know what? This blue line's not going through a square, is it? Oh, man. So that needs to go through that station because it's got to have a square on it. That's probably why it's having so many problems. That red line can probably cope with that. It doesn't need to go through that station because it's already... If we take it off there, because it doesn't need to go through that square, so it can go through that square. And I'm not going to put it through that unique, so that reduces the amount of stations that are on there. So that's good. Okay, that's slightly better. Okay, we've got a few problems down here. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to put another train on here. So let's put a train going in the opposite direction away from this one. Now, I'm looking to see, could I put another line in, and where would I put it? And you can see how fast these passengers load and unload at this point. I'm thinking we're going to have to put another... We've either got to put another line in, or we've got to put another train on this line. I'd like to put another line in. But again, we don't have a square anywhere down in this area, which is kind of causing us a problem. So I think for now what we'll do is we'll just put this this extra train on there to help hopefully clear some of this traffic out. Oh, great. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circles in a line. Now that is what you're trying to avoid. So it makes sense to, instead of going through that square there, if we go direct in there, and we actually put the square in there, so that at least it's got a chance to drop off some passengers before it goes off over here. Although this train's obviously going to skip it this time because I didn't put that in quite early enough. Okay, but we seem to be kind of, sort of, just about okay. We're just over 500 passengers. Oh man, are you serious? It loves to throw you a curveball. It really does. Okay. We're going to simplify the blue route then. Now this is gonna, like, not completely defeat okay, we've got to go through there. Actually, we don't have to go through that one. We go through that one and just go straight up there. That's got 4 in a row though. That's not good. That's not good, but yeah, it kind of is what it is. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to put in another line. Oh man, I don't have enough tunnels to do it. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. What can I do to, if I simplify the blue line so that it's, oh man. This is tricky. This is tricky. Yeah, this is very, very tricky. I don't think I can necessarily make this much better. I've got to connect to the square and then up to there. So I think that's pretty much what I had before, isn't it? How can I get... I've got one tunnel. I'm going to have to put a line in like that. Because I can't circularize it because I don't have another tunnel. Well, it's what it is. And these stations on the red line are getting overloaded. We get an extra train. That's good. Now, do I want an extra line? Well, to be honest, not really. Lines aren't my problem, so I'm going to take a carriage. Now, adding a carriage can solve a lot of problems. If we look up here, we're picking up a lot of traffic. because we've got to go through a circle, a circle, a circle. Then we can drop off the square passengers. Then we've still got circle, circle, unique until we can get to a triangle. So we've got to go through all these stations before we can drop off a triangle. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put... That's going to drop off... You know what? I'm just going to put the carriage on that train. Right? And it should have enough time because it'll be empty now. And then it should pick up everything from there. Everything from there. Should pick up a few of those at least. Yeah, now it's full. Then it'll drop off the squares. Yeah, it's struggling, but it's kind of getting there. Right, we've got a couple more stations down here that we've got to hook up to, which I was kind of ignoring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Oh. It's getting tricky. It's getting tricky. And we're going to be in danger up here. I think I'm going to have to put in an emergency train to solve that. Are you going to get there in time? No, it's not going to... is it going to get there in time? I don't think it is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put an emergency train there. But we've got a problem down here. Oh, just saved it. But this is a problem. We don't have a train on the green line. That's why. Okay, I need to take a train from somewhere. Now, where can I take a train from? Where have we got 2 trains? We've got only got one on there. Man, where have we got an extra train that we could use? Like the only one is like the red one, but that's already occupied. Oh, there must be a spare train somewhere. Let's actually run it and see. Oh yeah, we've got 2 on the blue line. We can take one of these. Let's take this one. And we'll put that there on the green line. And hopefully, yeah, just about saves the day. Awesome sauce. Right, we've got a couple more symbols up here. But look, we've got a square and a triangle, which is really good news. So... we've got square there. We really need that triangle. That triangle gets us there a lot faster. Now, I'm just thinking, would it be better on this line to just change the order in which we visit the stations? See, I'm thinking that it'd be really good to visit that triangle like halfway through the journey. So I'm thinking if we went like that and then square, so we've got triangle, circle, square, then circle, triangle, square, circle, circle, and then back to the triangle. That is actually not a bad line. We've got plenty of capacity with the extra carriage. Cool. We've got to pick this station up. We can do that with the yellow line, I think. All right. Okay. All right. We're actually not too bad. Right. We get an extra train. Now we can either take a line or an interchange. At this point, we can afford to take another line, I think. We don't really need another interchange. Well, at least at this point. We may end up having like a second hub. I'm thinking it's probably going to be there, where we'll bring lines together. Oh man, that's not good. I've forgotten about this. That needs to get hooked up. We do have one train that we could use to help that out. That's a bit of an issue. I'm thinking we put it on the red line. Yeah, I think we're going to have to. Could really do with a couple of tunnels so that we could circularize the green and maybe simplify this line a little bit. The blue line, I don't know. Or maybe extend it up and help out the red line. I don't know. Are we going to get... which direction? That's going up there. So we're going to have to put this over here, headed in this direction to avert disaster. Awesome. Oh, great. Now, we can extend that there. Now, if we had one more tunnel, we could actually extend that, and that would be, like, bearable. We've got problems on the blue line over here. That isn't... Are you going to get there in time? I think he just about are, but he's only going to pick up a couple of symbols. It's still too many. We're going to have to take a train from somewhere else. Otherwise, we're in serious trouble. Now, we've got an extra train on the red line, haven't we? Yeah. I think we're going to have to do that. Okay, there we go. So that will just about keep us in the game. Great, another. Look at all the circles up here. It's ridiculous, the amount of circles. Oh man, we are in a bit of trouble. We could do with putting another line in. The problem is, if you look at this area, we've got a square there, we've got a square there, and there's no other squares in this kind of area. So to put a line in here, because you need to hook up to a square, really. Man, that's not good. Man, that's not good. I'm looking at how we could kind of shuffle things around a little bit. That could go through that station. Wouldn't hurt. But this is just kind of horrendous. I can't think of a way of putting another line in which was really going to help that much. So I think we're just going to have to kind of stay. Okay, the only way we're going to pick that up is with the blue line. What are we up to? We're just about up to 1,000 now, which is kind of like, I mean, if you're hitting 1,000, then you're not doing too badly. But we want to get up to ideally 2,000. We've got another unique symbol up there. That's going to have to be the red line. I'd love to get through another week, get another, like another train or something to help out. Oh, and there we go. So we get a locomotive. Now, do I take another line? Well, I've already got one extra line, and I can't put that in. That's not helping. So I'm going to take a carriage. So we've got one more train, one more carriage. Now, where are we having problems? And at the moment, everything is, like, fairly even. Okay, we've got a triangle in there. We could really do with a tunnel to circularize this, but that is what that is. I can't extend the green line to really help out in any way. No. Nothing I can do really over here. So yeah, it's just a case of like keep an eye now and see which line needs like an extra train or an extra carriage or whatever. But like right now, we seem to be fairly balanced. The red line is getting a bit of build up. Oh man, and we get a circle. Great. Okay, well now the red line is definitely going to need some help, I think. So I think we'll put an extra train and the extra carriage on there. Yeah, now that's going to add like a fair amount of capacity over there. The blue trains are kind of okay because they're going in opposite directions, and we are great, and we get a triangle. Now that is actually kind of good news, because we could put another line in to cover this little area over here. I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to do that, guys. So like if we pull this back to maybe like there, the red line we could simplify. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we'll take the red line back over here and unhook this. Now I'm thinking that we maybe take... The thing is, having the square and that square and that triangle kind of makes the line fairly efficient. So I don't think that's necessarily a bad line. So, like, what would we do with it? Like, if we were going to put the pink line in, what would we do with it? It does mean we could potentially unhook this and link it into the central hub and, like, maybe hook that up. And then maybe we do just a direct line. We'll hook up the square and then just hook these into the central hub for now. If we can get another circular line in, if we can get some tunnels, get another circular line in, that would obviously be good. We've got problems here. We've got problems here. Oh, week 9. Wow. Locomotive and a carriage. Good. Okay, you know what? We're going to put them on... I think the blue line is the one that's really stressed at the moment. So let's put a locomotive going in that direction. What's that? That's carrying all circles, so that would actually pick up like 4 from there. So maybe... Like, no, what the hell? We'll put this on there, and we'll give it the extra carriage. I'm just looking around to see if there's any other stations that are stressed out. We could maybe steal that train onto another line. But we're going to clear that, and we're going to clear that. Boom, 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 boom. Beautiful. Alrighty. How are we doing down there? We're okay. We've got a little bit of stress over here, but that's going to get cleared. Good. Okay. You can see how many passengers we've got here, and this isn't getting the grey circle because it's an interchange. We can hook that up to there, I guess. Now, pink line is getting a bit stressed. How many stations is that going through? Like, not a lot. I wonder if I wonder if that would help, actually. Hang on. I don't think we haven't got a train on that line. Ha ha ha! We haven't got a train on the pink line. So we'll take this blue train, I think, and we'll put it in going in that direction. Right. There we go. Oh, we've got another line. We'll have to pick that up. This isn't good. Oh, we've got a square. Okay, now. Adding a square in down there is pretty good. But we don't have a tunnel. Oh, if we had a tunnel, we could maybe do something over here. But I'm thinking this pink line, maybe we put in just a circle over here, rather than taking it into the main hub. Because we don't have to hook up to that circle anymore, which is kind of great news. Would you go down to there? You would. Oh, you would. Okay, so in that case, let's invent a line. So we'll go... How about if we go like that? So it's going to be dumping stuff there onto the red line. I'm just wondering if we should hook up to that hub there. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that, see how that works. But we're up to 1,500, guys. We're up to 1,500! Just got to keep an eye on everywhere now. And, like, make sure I don't kind of do anything stupid. And we might be doing kind of sort of okay. Right, we can pick that up on the pink line. How are we doing? We're kind of sort of... You know, I'm gonna slow it down now, guys. Because when you run it on double speed, things get out of hand. Like, so fast. This pink line... How are you doing? We've got there and there. We've got problems. That's gonna get there in time, I think. Yep. That's gonna clear that one. Yep. Yep. Oh, we get a new locomotive. And now, do I take a line or do I take a carriage? Oh, the decisions are the decisions. I think I'm going to take a carriage. Yeah, I'm going to take a carriage. Now, you're going to pick that. You know what? I'm going to put that carriage on that pink line. There we go. So hopefully it'll clear that lot. Yes! Sweet. Where else is having problems? We've got one more locomotive that we can deploy. We're up to 1,700. Oh, I sense a new high score, guys. I sense a new high score. Can we get 2,000? Right, that station is going to be okay. It's just a case of keeping an eye on everything and making sure everything's cool. I'd really like to circularize this goddamn green station. I'd love to like hook it up to that square there. That would kind of help, but I can't because I don't have any damn tunnels. That's coming back in that direction. Where needs help? There's nowhere that like desperately needs help at the moment. So I'm going to keep that train in reserve. I mean, the blue line would be kind of maybe the one that needs a bit of help. We're up to 1800. 1886 is the record. Well, it's my record, not the record. Just my record. Can I beat it? The yellow line is getting a little bit stressed. No, but we're picking those up. We're okay up here. This is coming down to do this. Okay, we've got a triangle up here. So we'll put that on the old red line, which is that's pretty good actually. That helps the red line. Where have we got problems? Where have we got problems? Got a little bit of a problem down here, but that'll be cleared when that train comes back. That is going to get solved by that train. Things are just like ticking along at the moment. That's going to get fixed. Yeah. Whoa. Now, that's there. I'm going to put this extra train, I think, on there. Because this is worrying me a little bit. So, yeah, let's do that. That's a little bit of a concern. So is this over here. That's got a lot of passengers to pick up around here. Okay, week 11, we get a new locomotive. That's awesome. Oh, and we get a carriage. So, you know what? Now, that train is full. Are there any circles on it? I don't think there's any circles on it. So, tell you what we're going to do. We're going to... is there anywhere else that's like... Mind you, this is pretty stressed over here as well. Oh, man. Oh, like, there's so many places which are stressed out. We're over 2,000, though. We've broken 2,000, which I'm pleased about. But I'd love to keep this going a bit longer. That's the biggest concern. But look how many are here. Man. I think we're going to lose the... Well, I'm going to lose the game in the very, very near future. But if I put that on there, that is going in that direction, unfortunately. Oh, man. If I put that and that on there... Okay, that's going to fix that. Okay, cool, not a problem. But I could then potentially maybe steal this train from here and put it... Oh, that's a carriage. That's a carriage. I want the train. And when it's in the station, they're really hard to grab. I need to grab that red train. So that's going to solve that. Okay, that... Oh, no, that is a train. Okay, so we want this... there, don't we? Yes, we do. We've got problems here. We've got problems everywhere. But there's nothing else I can do at the moment. Where else could we steal a train from? I could take this carriage off the pink train and put it on that train. This is going to get cleared. So that's going to hopefully fix that, but this one's going to go, and I think that one's going to go as well because this has got no capacity. Oh, it was going so well. Yeah, this one's going to be the one that kills us. What could we do? Have we got any trains that aren't like full? Yeah, we've got this red train up here. Now I know it's delaying the inevitable, but if we put this over here. That will fix that. That's going to be the next one. Oh, man. Okay, well. Come on, move. Are you going to get there in time? Oh, no, this one. But we got it. We got the 2,000. 2,157. I'm happy enough with that. My target was 2,000. So there you go. 2,157 passengers travelled on New Metro over 71 days. Whew. That was fun. Guys, if you would like me to do more of the cities, if you'd like me to go on to doing, Berlin and Osaka and Auckland and Melbourne and all of those cities, leave me a comment. If you enjoyed it, drop me a comment. If you've got any tips, please leave me a comment, because I love this game and I want to get better at it. So any tips, drop them to me. We'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you for the next one, guys. Peace out.